Hi, this is Enhance Your Beauty with Eileen, and I'm Eileen. I wanted to talk about a couple of things today. One is the neck. Oy, the neck. It's like a problem, the neck, because once you get to a certain point in your life, you either wear a turtleneck, you get it lifted, like surgically, or you try something a little bit less invasive. I've been using this stuff lately. I've been using it now for maybe a couple months. It's called, I'm pulling out my glasses. It's called Strivectin. And it's advanced tightening neck cream. Usually I don't believe in this stuff. A cream is a cream. It can do so much, and that's it. But this one's not bad. Now, if you look at my neck, it ain't great. But I am 68 years old, and it's not that bad. But so what I would do is I use this stuff twice a day, and I just kind of massage in this stuff. I usually do it in the morning. Actually, before I go to the gym, I do it. And then I do it at night, like the last thing I do is use this stuff. And again, it's a cream. It's not a surgeon. But it's pretty good. You do, with any of these things, you have to give it time. You have to give it a good 2-3 months in order to see anything, because it's not magic. It's just a cream. So keep the expectations low, and you won't be disappointed. The other thing I wanted to, and I really do think it's helped my neck. I do. Another thing I wanted to talk about, which is also no fun, are hands. When we get to, look at these. I mean, first of all, I've had surgery on my hands, on both. This one, well, I tore a ligament, and it's big, and it's red. And this side, I had an accident when I was very young, and that also had to be surgically fixed. But I kind of oh, and by the way, I have tried, because my hands are thin, they're kind of bony, they're not particularly nice, and I don't have great nails. It is what it is. But I've been using this stuff when I can. It's called Westmore Beauty Lasting Effects Body Camouflage Perfector. And I use the light radiance because that matches my skin color very well. And the first thing you do is you shake. Now, you can use this anywhere on your body. I mean, I use it on my arms, I use it on my chest, I'll use it anywhere, because as long as it blends in nicely, I will use it. So I'm going to use it on my hands, and I'm just going to put a little bit on. I'm going to show you like that, and then I'm just going to do like a little rubby-dubby here, like you can see. And I don't want to wash my hands immediately, so I don't want to dirty up the palms just yet. You can once it's dry, but it's not dry yet. And also, this is one of these things. Oh, look, is it perfect? No. But at least I'm not wearing gloves. It's presentable. And I was going to say to you, I have tried putting filler in my hands to plump them up a little bit, because hands will give away your age. Believe me. First of all, you do always want to use sunscreen on your hands. I know it's something that one does not necessarily think of. You really need it walking around outside. You need it even in the car, even if it's not sunny. The UV rays come through. Oh, and another thing, you won't like this. When you go and get a manicure, when you use the gel, that's a UV light, and that can make spots on your hands eventually, because it's like baking your hands in the sun. And it's very nice nails, but your hands are going to look awful. So you have a choice. Either get a regular manicure, that's what I do, or you have to really use sunscreen when you put your hands into those UV thingies, because they are, in order to dry your nails, it's also putting sun exposure, even worse, on your hands. So I'm going to show you, now with this stuff, I'm going to shake it up again, and I'm going to put another layer on it, thin, very thin layer. And this way, if you don't have to, I mean, if you feel like you need more, you just put on another layer. But you have to give it a few minutes to dry. So I'm doing it again. I just put a little drop. I didn't put a lot on, but it really has taken away the little spots on my hands. They call them liver spots. I don't know what the hell that means, but that's what it's called. I don't know the scientific term. But you don't have to, you can go up to your up to your fingers, absolutely. Particularly if it if it doesn't blend perfectly well with your skin, you need a different color. It's not working for you. But if you look, that redness around where I had the ligament surgery is much better. You don't really see the veins as much. Oh, I was beginning to tell you about plumping them up with filler. It really works for about 12 minutes. It really doesn't work. They will take filler and they will jam it into your fingers, into your hands, and it'll plump them up for about a month. And then you're going to be out $500, and then you're going to say, what happened to the filler? It didn't last at all. It's like worse than Botox. So if you ever go to a place and they say, oh, those hands, you really should have them plumped up, say no. It doesn't work. You're much better off just using a little body perfector, and it's a little more. And that's it. I mean, you can put it on your arms. You could put it, I have a couple of little spots on my hand, on my arm. I can put it there. Again, I'm doing it with the side of my hand so that I have time for this to dry before I start having to wash my hands. But you will want to wash, I mean, you want to wash your hands at some point. But as long as it's dry, and you read the instructions, it's usually maybe 10 minutes. It works fairly well, and you won't be disappointed in a month when the plumping is no longer plump. So believe me here, I've tried this, and I've spent a lot of money on it, and it works. I mean, you walk out of there saying, "Oh, look at these nice hands." Then a month later, you're like, "What happened to my hands? They look like they did before, and I'm $500 poorer." So don't do it. So that would be today's Enhance Your Beauty with Eileen, and I'm Eileen. Thank you.